Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Skyrim. Where apparently we could use a drink, and we're a bit peggish. Last time, we came back to the Greybeards with the Hall of Jurgen Windcaller, and they formally recognised us as Dragonborn, is what Armour said. And went to ceremony. Well, they shouted at me lots in dragon language, and I didn't understand a word of it. But it all seemed very profound and very important at the time. One thing to note before we get started, I seem to have come down with a bit of a tickly cough of late, and while Claudius's voice is certainly getting stronger with every passing day, the same cannot be said of mine. I'm feeling a little bit hoarse at the minute, and as a result, I'm going to have to, probably over the course of this video and maybe a few others after this, occasionally pause to go and get a drink. I'll also probably be coughing like an old man from time to time, and I will endeavour to edit that out, because it's not something anyone really wants to hear blowing through their eardrums, especially when they're wearing headsets anyway. So just one thing to point out, I'm not ill, I just seem to have picked up a bit of a cough. I don't really know why, but there's that. So anyway, I'm going to be trying not to strain my voice as much as possible. But anyway, like that aside, let us continue. So we've got some questions for Armour. Gregor is somewhere. Anumlar is still standing faithfully by the door over there. She's doing what she's told. Greg is wandering off and, to be honest, probably doing a bit of sightseeing, having a look at the place, and I don't blame him. It's a sacred place for Nords, and he's probably enjoying himself wandering off and, having a look around, doing a bit of sightseeing, I guess. So we'll let him do that while we have a chat with Armour about stuff, because while we've been formally recognised as Dragonborn and all that kind of thing, it's all still a bit of a mystery to us. First of all, we don't know what on earth that ceremony there was about, and we still have no idea what our function, I suppose, is as Dragonborn, other than people keep telling us Dragonborn are supposed to be the ultimate dragon slayers. But something tells me that's not, our purpose is not quite as simple as that. So anyway, let's say hello to Armour. Hello!
Sky, guard you.
Thank you, I think. What was that ceremony all about? What were you shouting at me? Shouting with a capital S.
We spoke the traditional words of greeting to a Dragonborn who has accepted our guidance. The same words were used to greet the young Talos when he came to High Hrothgar, before he became the Emperor Tiber Septim.
What did you actually say, though?
Ah, I sometimes forget you are not versed in the dragon tongue as we are. This is a rough translation. Long has the storm crown languished, with no worthy brow to sit upon. By our breath we bestow it now to you, in the name of Kine, in the name of Shore, and in the name of Atmora Aho. You are Ismir now, Dragon of the North. Hearken to it.
I am Ismir now, Dragon of the North. Oh my goodness. It's the whole responsibility and great power thing again, isn't it? Why are the dragons returning? Does it have something to do with me?
No doubt, the appearance of a Dragonborn at this time is not an accident. Your destiny is surely bound up with the return of the dragons. You should focus on honing your voice, and soon your path will be made clear.
I can only hope. I'd like to learn more about the voice.
You have learned so much already, Dragonborn. Growing your gift too quickly would be dangerous. But there are many words of power in Skyrim, carved in the dragon tongue. Even from here we can feel the Thum resonate from them. Finding these lost words would be a sufficient test to temper your abilities with experience. Ask when you are ready to search.
Okay. Well, have you located any?
We have felt the whisper of a word. Give me your map and I will show you where its echo can be found.
When can I meet your leader, then?
As I said, you will know you are ready when your voice can open the path to him.
Okay. Wonderfully vague, but hey, I don't care.
Got you.
I've already learned a lot, and it's always a privilege to listen to Christopher Plummer there, doing the voice acting work for Armour. Sterling job, really, actually. Not enough credit is given to some of the voice acting in this game, actually. A lot of the voice acting, people often like to complain about it being rubbish, but there is some voice acting in this game, especially where Mr. Plummer is concerned. It's actually really good. Oh, there you are, Greg. What are you doing? Oh, you're reading, I see. What are you reading? He doesn't want to say, apparently. He's very, very engrossed in it, whatever it is. Well, I'm afraid, mate, I'm sorry, it's time to go.
What is it then?
Yeah, it's time to go. Come on. We have things to do, I'm afraid. As fantastic as this place is, yeah, come on, Greg. I know you want to stay a bit longer, but really, we do have places to go and people to see. Speaking of which, we need to go see Delphine once she's arrived back in Riverwood. We need to return to Ayla with our fragment of Wuthrad. We need to meet Anumlar's old friend near Folgenthur. And we need to ask her more about the Honourable 8, apparently. If we take it back to Jorvaskr. Let's see, what else? Oh, yeah, we need to report back to General Tullius. Yes, we need to defeat Kvenel. We need to... the Worm's Tooth quest line, yeah, that's something I wish I had actually introduced later in the Let's Play, because I didn't realise exactly what it was when I first installed it, I have to admit. I thought it was a sort of small quest mod, a bit like And the Realms of Daedra, but it's not. It's something completely different. It's much bigger than that. Worm's Tooth is huge. It's a lot like Falskar, if you've played Falskar, or at least know what Falskar is. Yeah, I'm really kind of sitting on my hands a bit as far as that's concerned. But yeah, we need to go recruit Aether. This happened back in Chapter 1, I believe, or no, right at the beginning of Chapter 2. We had a discussion with Lurius Liori in the Bannered Mare. He's, as it says here, he's forming a team of mercenaries to take on a troublesome dragon. And he wants us to go recruit a team of mercenaries, essentially, like it says. The first of whom is Aether, who is in the Reach somewhere at Hagrock Redoubt. So that's a thing. Dragon Tooth Crater is where this Word of Power is, apparently. Which is all the way over there in the Reach. So probably won't be finding that anytime soon, but hey. So I guess the first port of call is going to be Whiterun to return the fragment of Wuthrad, by the looks of things, and then we'll go and see Delphine momentarily afterwards. So that's, I think, what we're going to do. I think while we're at Jorvaskr, I might ask Anumlar here a bit more about the Honourable 8. So,
lead on, brave traveller. Lead on.
Let's go.
Lead, brave one, and I will follow.
island of Solstheim is located in the northeast of Skyrim. The northern maiden out of Windhelm is known to occasionally take passengers back and forth. Very interesting. Not right now, though. We have more pressing issues than wild curiosity taking us to other parts of the world. Why are you soaking wet?
Complains about the rain has never been to Black Marsh. There's a reason why they call it Pissed Piss.
Charming. Although I bet you Black Marsh rain isn't as bloody cold as this is. Yeah, you're both soaking wet. Am I wet?
I think by now I've killed one of every living
Don't think so.
thing. Maybe time for a trip tomorrow with...
Come on, let's go, guys. Let's get back down this mountain. Ooh, you know what? I'm... Oops, no, that's not what I wanted to do at all. There we go. Put my hat back on. There we go. Oh, Mace of Ivar, Stone Singer. I get Blood Moon memories every time I draw this thing, I tell you. Anyway. Alright, we're back in the Villamere Inn. Just finished warming up and drying out. We were soaking wet by the time we got back down there. Right, you two, you ready? It's going to be another long ride, I'm afraid, and probably quite a boring one, but, you know.
I think you should continue with your performances.
Till teleportation becomes a commonplace sort of a thing up here in Skyrim. We're going to just have to deal with it, I'm afraid. So let's go. Hey. Right, let's have a look. I imagine, yeah, we're probably just going to go back the old tried and tested shortcut through the mountains back to Whiterun, I suppose, and we've cleared that place half a dozen times already, so that's going to be the way we go, because we don't have anything else in the area we could be doing, really, so that's the way. That is the way we're going. Fun times. Alright then, you two, come on, let's go. Yes, pretty much as predicted, it was a excruciatingly boring trip, but never mind, we're here. And, yes, they have, Greg. Good, glad that you noticed. I'd be a little worried if you hadn't. Anyway, yeah, we're back. I think what we'll do is we'll go and cool our heels a bit in Jorvaska for a while, you know, and just chill. And in the meantime, I'll probably do a bit of trading, a little bit of crafting. I'd like to craft up a few extra steel bolts, now I think about it, the strong ones, because they seem to do quite well against the dragon. And yeah, I think we'll in the evening probably pop over to Riverwood and see Delphine and see if she's come up with any bright ideas. I'm still convinced this whole Thalmor thing's a wild goose chase, but maybe I should just humour her for the minute. Oh dear. Convinced it's just the dragons. I really am. It's I don't see how the Thalmor would be even capable of controlling something like that. It seems nuts. I mean, has Delphine even read a history book? I mean, you can just tell by reading the damned etched tablets on the way up to High Hrothgar that the dragons were a malevolent entity unto themselves once upon a time, and I imagine it's a similar case now. So yeah, well, maybe the Thalmor will know something about the dragons, even if they're not the cause. Maybe they'll know something useful. Who knows? Possibly, maybe. Maybe I'll find out why they want me dead. That'd be a good start, actually. Either way, here we are. Hello again, Jorvaska. It's been a while. Sort of. No... I was about to say no pink walls, but apparently we've got a pink Brill. Oh dear. Sorry, Brill. You're pink.
Glory only awaits those who triumph.
And those who restart their game when they start to see pink things everywhere. Be right back, viewers. There you go, Brill. That's much better. I'm very sorry. That must have been incredibly traumatic for you. Anyway. Hi, Ayla.
I've been running interference for you around here. I don't think anyone's caught on to our little campaign. Yet.
Well, I see. Well, in that case, I've got the fragment.
Another piece of glory. Good work, Shield Brother. Until next time.
Ooh, completed. Retrieval. Ah. Anamlar, right. I was going to talk to you, wasn't
Lead
I?
on, brave traveler. Lead on.
You mentioned a company of fighters.
Yes, there was Armour, a former member of the Fighters Guild in Cyrodiil, a big Nord man with an even bigger laugh. In contrast, Ula Wei never said a word. He was a retired shadow scale, and the only noise he made was when he sharpened his daggers. Moontail was a conjurer who conjured monsters as quickly as he conjured lies. And Elia, a Breton healer whose lust for man had no cure.
What is that?
Then there was the Bosmer Indrel. Lazy girl, that one. When we made camp, she slept in the trees, but always with one eye open.
They are
Was a
saying
red guard
dragons
named
and
Bodon,
birds of Skyrim.
a man whose gift of strings and tongue once earned him a place beside an Argonian tribal chief. And lastly, our leader, Dalum a legendary swordsman who fought in the Great War.
I see. All you needed was an orc. All you needed was an orc.
I used to tell Arnwulf he was ugly enough to be one. He never laughed so hard.
Was that it? What brought you to Skyrim?
That's an old story. Back when the Hrothgar monks had milk in their beards from sucking their mother's teats.
There are always
Okay,
good
maybe not that old, but old.
reasons.
I was traveling in Black Marsh with a company of fighters. We fashioned ourselves the Honorable Eight.
What was the company's makeup? Well, I think I've just heard this, but fine.
We were an elite band of fighters, hired to do jobs common sellswords weren't equipped for. At first, I thought the honorable part was a joke. Our company was made up of liars, drunkards, and lying drunkards. But they were all loyal. And they were all honorable. They were good beasts, mare and men.
Kind of reminds me of this lot, doesn't it? Lying drunkards. Torvar. Let's see. Honor is a word poor people throw around to justify their poverty. They're still whiny children. No, they're not. They're very nice people, actually, even if they don't speak very much. Lies and drunken confessions to be in the spirit of honor. Well, that doesn't seem like a terrifically good business model, I suppose. Although, how the heck do we get by? I suppose we turn a profit somehow, so... Alright then. I find white lies and drunken confessions to be in the spirit of honor.
That may be true. But even knowing your intentions were good is not enough to absolve. Knowing won't rid you of the shame.
Sounds like your company was tricked into making a bad choice.
We were, and we did.
And and I think we'll ask you about that at another later date. Let's space it out a bit. Okay, so... Right, you guys can chill here. I'm off to go do a bit of shopping and stuff, you know, all that boring crap, you know. Someone's got to put the bread on the table, because it's not going to be you two, is it? Oh dear. Alright, all the trading and whatnot is done. Just popped into Dragon's Reach to sell a few things to Farengar, actually, because everyone else was running out of money. Hello, Vignar.
The Grey Maids have been feuding with the Battleborns for years. There's no more bitter enemy than an old friend.
I see. Wait a minute, aren't you...
When the Empire surrendered to the All-Merry Dominion, they shamed us all.
Oh, that's bloody easy for you to say, pal. It wasn't your home on the chopping block, you... Oh. I hate people like you, I really do. I don't care if you're one of the companions or not, pal. I really cannot stand people like you. My hometown was burned to the ground by the All-Merry Dominion. We had enough. If we carried on, we were just going to lose more people and more homes and more towns were going to get burned to the ground, so we had to stop. You were fine hiding up here in Skyrim, weren't you? No problem. Wasn't a big deal for you, idiots. Ugh. Well, that put a bit of a downer on Claudius's day, I think. But yeah, I have to admit, actually, speaking out of character as well, that is something a lot of people forget. So when the Empire surrendered, a lot of people sort of say stuff like, they shouldn't have surrendered, they should have fought to the death. Here's the thing, it's easy for the Stormcloaks and all the other Nords up here in Skyrim to say, you shouldn't have surrendered, you should have kept on fighting, you shamed us by surrendering. When it wasn't the Nords who were having to deal with it. Yeah, sure, some of them went and fought in the legions and all that kind of stuff, but it wasn't the Nords' homes who were being attacked and burned and besieged like the Imperials were. You know, the Dominion was cutting a swath across Cyrodiil itself. If the Imperials wanted a truce because they were sick of having their own homes burned down around their ears, then who can really blame them? What I take exception to is when you get assholes up here like Vignar over there who just, they shamed us, they should never have surrendered. Well, it's not for you to say, mate, it wasn't your decision. We bled and died so that you friggin' Nords up here in Skyrim didn't have to deal with what we had to deal with. So there you go. Hello, Alduin. Have I spoken to you? Oh, never mind. Right, let's go see if anyone's got anything for us to do here in Jorrvaskr before we pop off to Riverwood. In fact, I wouldn't mind checking to see if Farkas or someone's got anything for me to do. Hello, Farkas!
Some people don't think I'm smart. Those people get my fist. But you, I like.
How you doing, buddy? Oh, cool. Right, I'm looking for work.
Ayla said you were hers, and I wasn't supposed to interfere. She scares me.
Okay. She's a bit scary, isn't she? Fine. Where's Ayla then?
They are saying dragons have returned to Skyrim.
I'd be holding the blade further away than I would a smaller one. The Skyforge and
If you keep it in close,
Hmm.
you'll have more control. It can be harder to balance a strike.
Guess that comes down to football.
Exactly. When you have a big, heavy weight.
Blasting, damn it. Where is that infernal woman? I'll be charging around Skyrim fighting the Silver Hand when I think we kind of dealt with them a while ago. I'm beginning to think this is becoming a little bit excessive, but hey, whatever. I can't say I don't enjoy dealing with the Silver Hand, so I guess I'm not going to complain. Oh, Kodlak, how you doing?
I've been looking for you.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, young lady. Have a seat.
Okay. Ooh, I'm not in trouble, am I?
I hear you've been busy of late.
Yes, I work for the honor of the companions, as usual. I've also been doing all that Dragonborn stuff. Killed a dragon the other day, don't you know? Feel quite pleased with myself about it, in fact.
Lad, I know what you've been up to. Mind you, it's no business of mine what each companion does in the name of honor. But this sneaking around, it does not befit warriors of your standing. Ayala knows better. So should you. In any case, I have a task for you.
Oh, you do?
Have you heard the story of how we came to be werewolves?
No, actually. Ooh, okay. Skjor said it was a blessing. Vilka said it was a curse laid upon the ancient companions. Ooh. Vilka said it was a curse laid upon the ancient companions. That's probably the truth, really. Regardless of what I think about the power in and of itself, I think the truth is probably what it was a curse laid upon the ancient companions.
The boy has a nugget of truth, but the reality is more complicated than that. It always is.
So what is the truth, then?
The companions are nearly 5,000 years old. This matter of beast blood has only troubled us for a few hundred.
I see.
One of my predecessors was a good but short-sighted man. He made a bargain with the witches of Glenmoral Coven. If the companions would hunt in the name of their lord Hircine, we would be granted great power.
And then they became werewolves.
They did not believe the change would be permanent. The witches offered payment, like anyone else. But we had been deceived.
But aren't you more powerful now? Though I suppose they weren't really lying.
The witches didn't lie, of course.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
But it's more than our bodies. The disease, you see, affects not just our bodies. It seeps into the spirit. Upon death, werewolves are claimed by Hircine for his hunting grounds. For some, this is a paradise. They want nothing more than to chase prey with their master for eternity. And that is their choice. But I am still a true Nord, and I wish for Sovngarde as my spirit home.
Yes, I've believe it or not, Godlike, I've been to the hunting grounds, and it didn't look very appealing. Really. Just now I think about it. That's quite a worrying train of thought now, actually, that. Now you've said that, Godlike. Is there a way to cure yourself?
That's what I've spent my twilight years trying to find out. And now I've found the answer. The witch's magic ensnared us, and only their magic can release us. They won't give it willingly, but we can extract their foul powers by force. I want you to seek them out. Go to their coven in the wilderness. Strike them down as a true warrior of the wild. And bring me their heads, the seat of their abilities. From there, we may begin to undo centuries of impurity.
Am I to do this alone? I won't be doing it alone. I imagine I'll be taking Greg with me, if nothing else. It shall be done.
Good. Now move quickly, and don't leave any of them alive. Talos guide you, lad. When you get to be my age...
I can't talk to her about anything else, apparently. Fine.
Strange.
I guess finding Ayla is a bit of a moot point right now, because she's been a bit superseded, hasn't she? Never mind. Okay. Go and behead some witches. Alright. Optional wipe out the Glenmoral witches. Oh, okay, we only need a head, apparently. I don't see why I shouldn't kill all of them. Where, though? Where? That's what I want to know. Glenmoral Cup. Oh! It's back down in Falkreath again, eh? Hey, we might be able to go pay Brack a visit. I was beginning to miss him, actually. Okay, then. Glenmoral Coven. Down there. Sort of in between Falkreath and the Rift. Alright then. Well, there's that. There's also a river... you know what, actually, looks like what I'll be doing is going to Riverwood, then heading this way along the Lake Ilinalta, and then straight to the Glenmoral Coven. We'll do them both at the same time. Alright then. Although I have no idea where Delphine's going to send us once we meet her, so... we could be out there for a while. I should probably make sure we've got enough food and stuff. Bread, cheese wedges, lots of empty bottles. I can just fill that up at the river, that's not a problem. Goat cheese wedge, gourd, leek, leg of roast goat, milk, mead, slaughter fish, venison chop. It's all bits and pieces, isn't it, really? Sliced goat's cheese. Apple pie. More bread, venison, sliced Idar cheese, ale. Have some ale. Why not? Don't know whose coin purse that is. I'll not grab it. A green apple, which is apparently belongs to someone, so fine. So it's slaughter fish. Tomato. Oh, how crap load of apples. I'll have those. Bread, more cheese, and a sweet roll. Right, okay, I think that'll probably about do. That should last us a while. Don't want to be caught without food. That's always a pain in the bum. It's happened once or twice already. Water's not such a big deal because we could just, you know, find a nearby river or something. But yeah, food's a different thing. Right then, so
Lead on, brave traveler. Lead on.
Anumla, what shall we do with you? I was thinking about leaving her here and then actually picking up Brack instead when we're in Falkreath, but I don't know. I'm just thinking because she has this Honor's Calling near Folgenthur. If we get sent up in this direction, and spoilers guys, I know we're going to get sent up in this direction because yeah, I have done the main quest that many times. I would quite like to bring her with me if we go to Solitude, because also I want to see General Tullius up there anyway. So I think I might actually take her with us. I will probably say hello to Brack if we pop by Falkreath itself, although that said, I might not do that. I think I might just follow this road along here and then just skip Falkreath altogether, as much as I kind of like the place. We'll say hello to Brack another day. So yeah, okay, that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. Let's go.
Lead, brave one, and I will follow.
And where is the Man Mountain? There he is. You started wearing the hood again, I've noticed, as opposed to the helmet. I wonder why. I kind of like that better on you, honestly. I think it looks cooler. But it's up to you, Greg, really. You know, it's time to go.
Because you wanted to learn the longer blade. That's never used anything bigger than a dagger.
On the road again. Potentially for quite a while this time. I hope I've got all my camping gear. Should probably check that, actually. If I don't have it with me, I'll be on my horse, I imagine. Still. Do we have enough tents and of the right sort? That's the question. I'd like to get a big leather tent, actually. I've never used one of them before. I have a big fur one, I think. Oh my goodness, yeah, it's nighttime out here. Right, large fur tent, bedroll. Do I have a cooking pot? I think that's on my horse. Alright. Oh, firewood, firewood. I think my horse has got loads of firewood still, right? Yeah, I think we're good. Right then. Wolf helmet. Wolf shield. Let's go, folks. It's going to be a long night, I think. Okie dokie, here we go. Almost got the wrong horse. Wrong horse again! Oh god, mine's over here. Should know by now what it damn well looks like, shouldn't I, really? Never mind. Come on, guys. I know it's night time, I know it's late, but let's just do this. My beast blood is making me restless and conflicted at the same time. I don't fancy getting offed and then thrown into the Hircine's hunting grounds for, you know, centuries, but at the same time, the power is so damn seductive. And between you and me, viewers, I think the Ring of Hircine itself has actually kind of got a bit of a hold on Claudius. Just a little. I would not be surprised if that were the case. It's a Daedric item, after all. I am actually, by the way, thinking of installing, what's it called? Not Heart of the Beast, I already have that. Werewolf Mastery. Which allows me to fiddle around with how strong werewolves actually are in the game, because I feel at the minute my werewolf form is actually kind of weak. Weaker than it really should be. Having the Ring of Hircine, here's the thing, having the Ring of Hircine normally in Skyrim gives you a big buff to your armor and health when you're in werewolf form. However, Moonlight Tales, the werewolf mod I have installed, has overridden that, and it's given me extra transformations per day and all that nonsense, and the ability to transform into a werewolf when you're not actually a werewolf too. However, that means that I'm significantly weaker than I would be if I had the Ring of Hircine and was a werewolf with Skyrim. So, what I might do is, if I install Werewolf Mastery, I might try and redress that balance a bit, give myself a little bit of a buff. Because I am a werewolf, which should be powerful, pretty powerful anyway. But in addition to that, I am Hircine's champion, I suppose, whether I like it or not.
I think by now I've killed one of every living.
And it would seem that Hircine probably has a vested interest in keeping me alive for at least a while. And maybe that'll be my justification for keeping my lycanthropy for a while, because Hircine probably wouldn't want me dead anytime soon. Eventually he's going to want me in his hunting grounds, of course, but not just yet, I imagine. Otherwise, what need would he have for a champion? Either way, it looks a little doubtful, though, in light of what Kodlak's been saying. So,
this is an ode to Skyrim's
oh gosh, right, yes, okay.
the Imperials. Drink to our youth, till days come and gone. The age of aggression is
This
just
man
about
fancies himself a scout.
drive out the
I
storm
didn't
folks.
know that before being born at the sea.
Come in a bit, guys, come on. Or shut the oh, never mind, forget it. Right.
I figured out how we're going to get you into the Thalmor embassy.
Oh, you have you? You're not coming, I suppose.
That would be a bad idea. I'd be too likely to attract the wrong kind of attention. But they don't know you at all yet.
Yes, they do. They've been trying to kill me. They've sent out assassins after me. Oh. You're not only annoying and obnoxious, but apparently you're an idiot too. Oh. What's your plan then?
The Thalmor ambassador, Elenwen, regularly throws parties where the rich and connected cozy up to the Thalmor. I can get you into one of those parties. Once you're inside the embassy, you can get away and find Elenwen's secret files. I have a contact inside the embassy. He's not up for this kind of high-risk mission, but he can help you. His name is Malborn. Wood Elf. Plenty of reason to hate the Thalmor. You can trust him. I'll get word for him to meet you in Solitude at the Winking Skeever. You know it? While you're doing that, I'll work on getting you an invitation to Elenwen's little party. Meet me at the Solitude stables after you've arranged things with Malborn. Any questions?
Yeah. Who's this contact of yours exactly? And you're absolutely sure I can trust him? I'm not sure I even trust you, to be honest, but...
Don't worry about Malborn. He's not a dangerous character like you. But he hates the Thalmor at least as much as I do. He's a wood elf. The Thalmor wiped out his family back in Valenwood during one of their purges that we never hear about. Luckily, they don't know who he really is, or he wouldn't be serving drinks at the ambassadors' parties.
Okay, once I'm in the embassy, inside the embassy, then what she already said, go find the secret files. How am I going to get into this party? Obviously she's going to give me an invitation, she just said that, so I'll see you in Solitude after I meet Malborn then, I suppose.
Sounds good. Be careful.
Ugh. Great, another harebrained scheme, guys. Well, it's better than nothing, I suppose. Like I said, maybe the Thalmor do know something, even if they're not, you know, causing this dragon problem. I'm still very, very skeptical on that front, frankly. Anyway. Meantime, let's go find that witch's coven. What the? Where is... There you are. Come on. Swamp Knight. Nearly knocked over that cart. The lettuces would have gone everywhere. No. Right. So, so we're going all the way round Lake Ilinalta and then down some godforsaken forest path. I think it's the one that, yeah, it's the one that led to Knife Point Ridge. Except we want to go the opposite direction to Knife Point Ridge this time. Righty-ho. Okay, just past Half Moon Mill, yeah. I remember the place. Alright, let's go then. I don't know if there's going to be anything particularly interesting between here and there, now I think about it, really. Alright, so the game crashed, basically. And when I reloaded, I decided I'd just skip ahead to where we are now. We've just gone past Half Moon Mill. We're at the beginning of the forest pathway, which should lead us all the way up to Glenmoril's Coven. I have, in the meantime, however, because I was getting some weird crashing and buggy issues and all sorts of stuff like that, I ran the... I've done some save... Basically, I've done some save game cleaning, and I have completely and utterly, totally uninstalled the Imaginator. I had the MCM version of Imaginator, which supposedly fixes save game bloating issues, but I wasn't totally convinced. In the last dozen episodes or so, half dozen episodes or so, my save game file has gone from 10 megabytes-ish to around 12 megabytes, and I noticed an increase in several hundred kilobytes between saves in my save game folder. And I think, I mean, I'm no expert, but it looked like it was increasing much faster than it probably normally would, considering all I was really doing was just sort of exploring the world a little bit. Not very much at all, but it was increasing quite a bit, and so I decided I would, rather than run any risk of serious save game corruption and bloating, I've just ditched Imaginator entirely. We shall see if that fixes the issue at all. Luckily, my Imaginator settings as they were not actually that different to the way the game looks without the Imaginator, it turns out, because as you can see, the game doesn't actually look that different, honestly. The only difference is we no longer have some of the fancier effects like bloom lighting and that kind of thing. So we're back to the way Skyrim by default looks, with Project Reality and realistic lighting overhaul and that sort of thing, which is not terrifically bad. Ideally, I'd love to have an ENB, but I can't because I use DxTory to record, and DxTory does not like ENBs. So, at least it doesn't like ENBs when you're using it with the Skyrim script extender anyway. So I can't do that. because I have to use DX Story to record, and I have to use DX Story to record because I can't hardware record. And I can't hardware record because I don't have a second computer, so... Unless my YouTube channel grows to, like, overnight by, like, 100,000 subscribers, there's little chance of me fixing that particular issue anytime soon. Oh, it's you lot again. Bloody Thalmor. You know what, I'm just gonna... Whoa! That's enough of that, thank you very much. I need some health and stamina here, don't I? How about poison as well? I can play dirty too. You bastards. Bit of resist shock as well, maybe. Let's use some of the homemade restore stamina potions. There we go. I'll get you, smack. Oh, Greg? Gregor.
What is it then?
You seem to be stuck on your horse again. There you go. Oh dear. Right then, well, what have you got for me? Yes, another execution order. I don't think I really need to read that. 50 Dumax, some Quicksilver, and an Elven Longsword. Greg, is this any better than the one you've got at the minute? Where are you? There you are.
Let's get going.
I also, by the way, I rebooted my computer, which might not sound particularly that useful, but my computer had been running actually for a couple of days, interrupted, actually longer if you don't count it being put into sleep mode, because I've been doing lots of overnight rendering of videos, which means that its memory was probably a bit clogged and all sorts of stuff like that, so I wouldn't be surprised if actually my pink textures were potentially a result of that. I also ran the validate game files thing in Steam, and apparently one of the files failed to validate and was re-downloaded as well, so any number of things could fix any of the problems I've got at the minute. I did a lot of fixing. What am I looking for here? Trade some things with you. God, I need to learn how to multitask, don't I? I've just realised as well, I forgot when I was up with Greybeards to pick up one of their cloaks that give you a bonus to, you know, shout time, whatever. It's not really huge priority at the minute, but next time I'm up there, I would like to try and remember to do that. Elven Longsword, there you go. Enjoy. Is it better than your broadsword? No, it's not. Oh, never mind then. I'll have that back. Right then. A brief interlude is over and done with. Where are the horses? I know your horse is there, but that's because you were stuck on it. Where's mine? They're supposed to run away as soon as combat starts, which is good because it means they don't get killed, but it's also bad because they flipping wander off to the ends of the earth. You can just, you know... Oops, no. 1, 2, 3. There we go. You can follow for now, also I think we'll go on foot the rest of the way. Right then. This way.
So, do you get that weird taste in your mouth before battle too? What is that?
Are you basically hoping at this point, Greg, that if you ask the question enough times, I will make up an answer for you, because I don't even know where to begin, frankly. I'm going the wrong way. Fantastic sense of direction as usual. Oh my goodness, 3 people, 3 horses. This is becoming a friggin' baggage train at this point. I am probably going to ditch Anum at this point. I don't know how you lot have reacted to having this person around, Anum around, the Swamp Knight. Because I've not uploaded the videos where I actually acquired her yet, so... But either way, I think once we're done with her quest, I'm probably going to let her go, just because... having 2 followers rather than 1 is probably a bit taxing on Skyrim's AI and that sort of thing, you know what I mean? So... I think I'm happy with just Greg following me around. Greg is fast becoming a permanent fixture. Alright, who did that? Spiders. Yeah, Greg is fast becoming a bit of a permanent fixture. I don't know what it is. He's just amusing. He seems to have developed a personality all of his own, even without having any unique dialogue. Don't know quite how that's happened, but I don't know. I just like him. Like having him around. Are we getting there? Just around another bend in this path. Hey up. What's this? Who are you? Vigilant of Stendar.
You speak to a Vigilant of Stendar. Cavort with any Daedra, and we will hunt you down.
Oh, you wouldn't like me then, would you?
Stendar be with you.
Any Daedra, he says. Not even the nice ones? Pfft. Phonetics. Stendar, obviously, being the god of mercy. There's something ironic in that, I find, when it comes to you lot. Should be just at the end here, actually. GLENMORIL'S Coven. Oh god, yeah, here we go. The telltale signs are here. Peckish, thirsty, slightly tired. We can remedy some of that. Cheese wedge. Really? Another one? Fine. And some boiled water. Really? Oh, you know, ale then, in that case, if you're still thirsty. There we go. Well, this is bloody spooky, I have to admit, actually. It's even better with the night vision off.
Those hill people who call themselves the Forsworn show no mercy.
Yes, Forsworn. Appropriate timing, I think. We may well actually end up seeing a couple around here. I don't know. It does seem a bit Forsworny, doesn't it? Alright then, GLENMORIL'S Coven. Your judgment is at hand.
There's one of the witches. Doesn't look like we can take her by surprise. Lucky for us, we only need to take her head.
Yeah, this is true. What's in here? Before I go any further. Wow, it's very dark in here, my god. Even with night vision. Very valuable elven mace, thank you very much. And some hide armor. And some septums, great. That was a nice find. Alright, here we go. I have a feeling this might be a bit nasty. Alright, the game crashed then when I tried to save. I mean, say tried to save. It did actually save, it crashed once it had saved. It might be my imagination, but I feel like that's becoming more common. I might just start saving through the main menu like that. It's actually it isn't any slower than pressing the autosave manager quick save button, because the quick save, pressing that button freezes the game for a couple of seconds, which I can just do that with. So I'm going to start doing that in case there's something up with the autosave manager. Frostbite spider, go away. No. Lotlux. Oops, sorry, Animlar, I say it's a bit dark in here, it's incredibly bloody dark in here. Where's my mod configuration? Predator vision. Night vision brightness. %. It's still not perfect. Oh, where is it? This is important because otherwise it'll be too dark on the video. 70%. Still not convinced. Predator vision. 80%. This is almost like a Dawnguard dungeon, it's so dark. Like, that's the definite improvement, I think. We'll just have to go with that for now. GLENMORIL'S witch. Now, I think we only need one head. Oh, good grief, it's disgusting. However, we can wipe them out if we want to. Not sure what it'll achieve other than ridding the world of a bunch of absolutely disgusting excuses for sentient life. They might have some treasure too, so there's that, I guess. Oh. There we go. Again, I don't think I only need the one head. I'm pretty sure of that. A Tragedy in Black, a folk tale from the time of the Oblivion Crisis. With apparently very odd paragraph structure. I mean, there's leading a space for paragraphs, and then there's this. Alright, fine. Out of curiosity. No, they're not all like that. There isn't some sort of bug going around. It's apparently just that book. Very strange. Anyway, a goat, arcane altar. Oh, don't want to touch that. Troll fat. Barrel containing dragon's tongue. That's resist fire, I believe, which is very good.
There's no telling what we might run into.
Wise words, Greg, I suppose. Who's left? There's gotta be more of you around here somewhere. Other than the odd skeever, I mean. A werewolf. Now then, are you a feral nutjob werewolf? Oh, it looks like you are. Bad doggy. Oh, good grief, here we go. Oh boy, I'm going to fall back a bit. You know what, actually, I'm in the mood for a bit of poetic justice. Oh, I pressed the quick save button again. I'm going to have to get out of the habit of that. I'm in the mood for some poetic justice. So that's what I think I'm going to indulge in. Come on. Let me consume you. Apparently I can't. That's rather annoying. Really, is that it? They're all dead. Blast. Nah. I wanted to kill a few more of them at least.
The Greybeards are a solitary lot. I don't think they've ever ventured outside.
Maybe there's a few more around here I haven't yet found. Hello? Nasty, horrible witches. Come and meet your maker. Where does this go? Aha! I like how the other two are just sort of letting me do it. Whoa! That was crazy.
Midas. I joined the Honorable ACHTUNG, Midas. That day was warm, but fresh. Unlike any day in Black Marsh.
Really, really, Anomaly, that's fascinating. Truly. Optional wipeout. They're not all dead, apparently. Well then. We shall have to see about that. Can't let any of these creatures live. Ah, here we go. So you pissed off Greg. That was a mistake. We did it. Excellent. Oh, the nick of time as well, apparently. Alright then. Alright. Let's have it. Let it wear off.
I think by now I feel one of every little piece. Maybe time for tomorrow.
There we go. Right. Stuff should re-equip any minute now. I believe. Yeah, there we go. Oof. Yes, apparently that's always a bit tiring. Anyway, so they're all dead. Good news.
People who call themselves the Forsworn show no mercy.
Really, really, Gregor. Very, very useful information, I must admit.
Lead on, brave traveler. Lead on. You lead, I'll follow.
Good for you. Right then, GLENMORIL'S witch is dead. We've removed those monstrosities from the face of the earth, and yes, I am vaguely aware of the inherent irony in calling them monstrosities coming from me. Just shut up. I'm having a moment.